in the Hope and Healing Podcast, episode 2.
Look, first off, we just want to start by saying thank you. We appreciate all the love and support that's been just rolling in, tremendously appreciated. A few people have already opened up to us, and that's exactly what we were trying to achieve.
Appreciate all the love and support that you guys bring to the podcast, man. This wouldn't even be possible without y'all. So, man, y'all just keep showing up, and we'll keep showing out. We got something special for y'all today, man. Episode 2, man, it's gonna be over depression. So we got a deep conversation for y'all today. So, like, in my own words, depression, that's a broad topic. I feel like it's something that everybody goes through in their own way, shape, or form, one way or another, whether you notice it or not. For some people, it may be severe depression. For some people, it may be just a feeling in the moment. But one way or another, I feel like everybody experiences it one way or another. So, yeah, we got a good conversation for y'all today. So, I want to ask my co-host here, what's you guys' definition for depression? What's depression to you guys? And how has that applied to you? How has depression affected you and you guys and some of you guys' life experiences?
So, when we talk about depression, I feel like you said, there's depression for the moment, and then there's professionally being diagnosed with depression.
Okay.
So when I say depressed in the moment, of course, we all have that. There's times where we're all down, and it affects the little things. Just work, little things you do at work, the little things you do in your daily life, taking care of yourself, eating, sleeping, just those little things. And if you're not doing them and you see yourself slacking, that could mean you're just in a depressed moment. I feel like when you are in that depressed moment for months, for weeks, you need to go see somebody. Because the deeper into the hole you get, the harder it is to get out.
Amen, bro. I feel that, bro.
That depressed moment, you can get out. You still can't get out alone.
Facts. You need that good support system, bro. And just to kind of piggyback off what you're saying there, bro, I feel like depression, yeah, everybody goes through it one way or another. Whether maybe you were professionally diagnosed, you may be feeling just depression in the moment. But I feel like it's something that everybody goes through, whether you kind of try to shrug it off and keep going, you know what I'm saying? But depression is something that's really big, especially today in our generation. And it's something that a lot of people set aside. And so mental health is big for us, man. We all are real big on mental health, and it's something that we want to bring and create a vulnerable environment for everyone to just kind of come here and talk about their issues. So, Braden, what's kind of your definition of depression? How does depression apply to you?
Depression is depression, I would say. Whether you went to the doctor and got diagnosed or you didn't. There's people that don't go to the doctor and they have depression.
100%.
The only difference is I would say, like, there's just different levels of depression. Mm-hmm. So somebody that's not necessarily depressed, like in a depressive mode, like all the time, constantly, like it could just mean like, oh, they got sad one day, like super sad, and they were just depressed. You know what I'm saying? They woke up like that was what it was.
Like the feeling may have carried over.
Yeah.
Type,
Well, I'm saying that's what. If somebody doesn't have depression where it's going consistently, then I would say they just depressed in the moment. Like they had a bad day or a very, very sad day.
Okay.
So they were depressed for that day. And they woke up and it was, you know what I'm saying, on to the next.
Yeah.
But people that are necessarily depressed, like in depression, is consistent like every day,
Yeah.
Like for me, it was like I was sad. I wasn't like cleaning up around my area, like where I was, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's just like little things, like you just stop caring for certain things, which I would say is depression.
And those are signs and symptoms of depression. Yeah. Those are things you got to realize. Persistent sadness, persistent anxiety. And jump back to that first episode we talked about anxiety. I definitely think anxiety coexists with depression.
Lead straight to it.
Yeah, bro.
Because somebody who has constant anxiety, when I get my anxiety attacks, I'm shaking, I'm tightening everything up, and you get tired of being like that all the time. You start wondering, why do I feel like this? Why am I always feeling like this? And you just start to put yourself in the hole. You start thinking everything is your fault and putting yourself in the hole, man. You start getting that empty feeling. Like you just don't care no more. Abandoned by the world, you know.
And like you don't feel the love, like as much as like people like are loving you and like showing you love, like you may not be like necessarily feeling it just because of what you're going through. And like me, when I was depressed, like of course like my family loved me, you know what I'm saying? Of course they want me here. Of course my friends want me here. But it was like I was so down in that pit, like I couldn't feel it.
Didn't care.
All I felt was like, bruh.
Nobody loves me. Nobody cares.
No, yeah, bro. I definitely feel like that, bro. Because whenever I was depressed, bro, I battled depression a lot. I'm a lot better now than I was in the past. I was severely depressed for probably 4 to 5 years at least. I went to the doctor, all that, got diagnosed. She prescribed me some medicine, and that medicine didn't really work for me. It caused me to have a seizure. I had a bad experience on it, and so like personally, bro, depression has played a big role in my life. Like I feel like overcoming that was big for me. Me overcoming depression showed that I could overcome anything, and so like for me, it was just like it was an ongoing 4 or 5 years battle, and I still battle it from time to time, and so. It's just something that you can definitely get past. Like, I know there's a lot of people in the moment right now feeling like depression is something that they can't make it past, and maybe they're stuck in a hole or stuck where they're at in life. But depression is something that you can definitely make it past, bro. It just takes a lot of persistent trying, bro. And it's something that's definitely hard to get out of. If you're really deep in there, like, because like I said, I was severely depressed. They prescribed me the medicine and all that. And like I said, I had a bad reaction, so that worked for me. So I couldn't even take that. And so, like I said, I was down real bad. I was doing real bad. Like Braden said, whenever you're depressed, you stop doing stuff that matters. Like you stop cleaning up around you, you stop eating, you stop.
You don't got that energy no
exactly,
more.
bro.
That motivation is gone.
Like, bro, I walk around at 160 to 170 pounds, bro.
Motivation. Hold on. I gotta say this. Motivation is temporary. You need to be inspired. You need to be inspired. Like, what's your why? You got your why. If you're depressed right now, and you dig deep, you figure out what your why is and why you do what you do, or why you do what you love, like, you can, every day, you can go forward, you can take a step forward. Go ahead.
And a lot of people, they gonna look at that as motivation. That's inspiration. You gotta find something that inspires you as a person.
Faith.
That you can wake up every day and makes you want to go be better. For me, it was my son. I was depressed every day. Man, I found myself that I sat there one day in my bed and I was thinking, like, what am I doing with my life? You know what I'm saying? What am I living for? I was going to work every day, but I didn't like the job I was doing. And I was sad. I was coming home every day. I was 50 pounds lighter than what I am now, you know. So I was a twig and I was in a bad spot. And so it wasn't until my son came around that gave me inspiration. That gave me hope. That made me jump off the couch. And I was like, damn, I got to go be something, you know. And so everybody has that why and why you wake up and do what you do. You just got to find that inspiration deep it down to go be great. And everybody listen to this podcast, you have it inside of you to be great. You know what I'm saying? You can't let that depression win.
Can't.
Yo, why got to be bigger than you?
Exactly.
Just like, if it's just you, like, oh, I do this for me. Like, eventually you'll get to a point where, like, you're not even willing to do it for yourself. Like, you will give no fucks. And like for me, I got to a point where I couldn't do it no more. Like I didn't know my why. Like I knew my why, but I lost my why. Like I lost my vision, lost everything about myself, and I was just ready to give up. But then like when I made the choice to not give up, and I chose to wake up another day, and another day, and another day, then like the more I realized about myself and the more I learned about myself, I figured out my why. Like, and it was bigger than me. And that situation, like, that's part of my why. Like, my story is bigger than me. It can help others. You know what I'm saying? So it's just
most definitely.
Facts, bro. I definitely love the way you put that, bro.
Inspiration.
Because for me, bro, it was the same thing for me. I had to find my why. Like I told you on the last podcast, I played football my whole life. I grew up playing football. My life revolved around football. I went to school on scholarship, played football. So everything for me revolved around football. And coming up, my goal was always to use football to graduate college, to take care of my family. And I played football and I got up every day. I did that grind. I went to school, and my why behind that was my family. And I knew that my parents woke up every day and they always did the best they could. They always did what they could to make ends meet. Always had food on the table, roof over my head. My parents are amazing. They're some of the best people I've ever met, and I couldn't ask for better parents ever. But there comes a time sometimes where you sit there and realize, like, is this the way I want to live? Can I make my circumstances better? You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a lifestyle that they want to live. And to get to that lifestyle, it takes a lot. So for me, I had to dig down deep and find my why. And my why was I want to take care of my parents. I want my son to live better than I lived. And so for me to dig down deep and find out why, it gave me motivation. It was nothing for me to wake up every morning and go hit the gym, go do my homework, go do this, because I knew I was doing it. And it was bigger than me. It wasn't for me. It was for someone else. It wasn't for me. It had nothing to do with me at all. Because I know at the end of the day, I'll be fine no matter what. But my 3-year-old son, he can't fend for himself. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I said just a minute ago, him being born really gave me a why and an inspiration and a reason to get up every day. And like I said, depression hits deep. And so I still struggle with it a lot. But for me to have something to really look at and be like, damn, I can't give up for him, like, that was something that really benefited me a lot in the long run. Just to have loved ones around me to be able to look at them like, damn, I can't give up on them, you know?
And, like, you needed that situation. Like, at first, like, it's like, people may look at it like, oh, you young, you had a son at a young age, like, you know what I'm saying? You and the mother catching backlash from all these people. But, like, at the end of the day, like, things happen for a reason. And you were down bad, and that's what saved you. Like, that was meant to happen. You know what I'm saying?
They try to make it seem like
that made you a better person. That made you, like, you here today.
They
like,
try,
you know what I'm saying?
They try to make it seem like it's a burden, but when it's really a blessing.
Facts, bro. Exactly, bro. And it was like, whenever I found out I was having a son, I was 18. When I was born, he was 19. So I was young. Me and his mom had a lot to figure out. And I always give kudos to his mom. As a mother, she's amazing, top notch. I wouldn't ask for my son to have another mother. She does her job. She steps up to the plate. Like, I admire her as a mother. She's an amazing mother.
Beautiful.
So, like,
it's beautiful.
For us to be able to co-parent and work together and give my son the best we can possibly do, it's amazing. And, like, just to see the smile on his face, man, it really, like, helps me a lot, you know what I'm saying? Because I know that we're doing something good, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though we're not together, we always work for the greater good for him, you know what I'm saying? And so just me having my son was, like, my safety blanket, you know what I'm saying? Like,
everything you needed.
Like, he's the reason I started going back to school. He's the reason I jumped back into football. Because I told you on the last podcast, I had scholarships. I didn't take any of them. I was just at home working, doing me and doing what I want to do. I'm not going to lie to you, I wasn't up to no good. But when I had my son, man, I decided to turn my life around, man. And he's just a big blessing in my life. And, man, just having family and loved ones around me, man, even these guys right here, man, just having that support system, man, that just gives me something to wake up for every day and just kind of help me just knock out that depression every day, man, because I know that I'm here for a reason. I have something to live for, man. We all have a purpose here. You just gotta go find yours.
Exactly.
Nice.
Exactly.
So to get out of y'all's depression, was it easy for you to figure out, like, what was causing it? Like, how did you figure out?
Absolutely not for me. For me, it was an ongoing experience.
I mean, you just had to, as you went.
Yeah, it built it up on me. I didn't notice until it was, man, I was at that point, you know what I'm saying, where I was feeling like this world may be a better place without me. And it wasn't until I got that point and I started feeling like, damn, I have to go get some help. To where I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm depressed. Like, it got to that point to where for me to say, okay, I'm depressed. I need to go get some help.
For sure. Well, shit, I'm glad you noticed that. You know what I'm saying? You know, we grateful that you here.
Yeah,
for me, it was like, I knew I had it, but like I did, like, what people would say, like, tell you to do. Like, I went to a therapist. Like, when I went to Indiana, it was like, it was good and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And then I started to get depressed. I started to notice it, you know what I'm saying? It was coming back. And so I had went home, I seen a therapist, and like, I talked to him, did everything they say you're supposed to do, but like, when I went back to Indiana, like, none of that helped. Like, I was back to square one. I was depressed, you know what I'm saying? And like, at the same time, like, going to a therapist, it's kind of, for me, like, I dissect everything. So I'm like, how is he gonna sit there and really, like, hear me out when, like, really his job is to just sit in front of me. You know what I'm saying?
He's
Like,
getting paid to do.
He's
what
getting
doing.
paid to do this. You know what I'm saying? And it was a dude at the same time, so like he's not even like, I'm not saying I'm asking for sympathy, but like you can't just like,
You feel
I don't even know this
comfortable
dude.
Open up to women, like just that female presence gives you,
it's just
makes
like,
you more vulnerable.
Most definitely.
like,
Most definitely.
I guess you could say like, cause it was just me and my mom, so like maybe that's where it come from or something. Like,
Okay.
it just didn't, like, when it came to a father figure or like a male figure, like them niggas is not listening. So when it came to him, like I could just tell like he wasn't getting it. Like he just here for another day, you know?
Exactly. And
Me, I'm like, nigga, I'm on the edge of life.
And see, and that probably comes from just
This ain't
personal
gonna work.
experiences that you've been through, you know what I'm saying? So since if it was just you and your mom, it's just like, you just probably have that in the back of your mind that maybe older male figure, but he just doesn't care like a female would if she were to be sitting in front of you. He might not be bringing the right energy to you. He probably didn't present to you the right way.
And that might not even be all of them. Like, it could just be like him. Like,
exactly.
that's
what
who
I
he
was
is.
trying to get at. It maybe might have just been the way he approached you. He might didn't have the right approach for what you were going through at the time.
Yeah, but that experience got me to open up to y'all and like the people, like, you know what I'm saying? Because to me, I was like, okay, for other people, it's easier to talk to somebody who can't judge them, doesn't know anything about them. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of the point of a therapist.
100%.
They can't really. They're not biased or anything. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So like, that didn't work for me. So it was just I just went to the people that I knew cared for me and loved me, but like even though I couldn't like wrap my head around that, you know what I'm saying? I knew like it was genuine from them. It was just I was dealing with my own things. You know what I'm saying?
And you know, we're not going to tell you what you want to hear. We always tell you what you need to hear.
Facts.
No, we hold nothing back.
Facts.
Yeah, bro, that's definitely facts.
You can't hold nothing back.
No.
And like, I feel
this ain't like nothing else. Like, nah,
bro.
This is real.
You got to keep it 100.
Bow wow. And like, bro, exactly like what you was saying, bro. Like, I felt the same way. Like, whenever I was trying to, you know what I'm saying, I feel like I kind of needed some help, you know what I'm saying? The first people I came out to was my mom and you, that I was feeling depressed and down and everything. And it was a long period of time that I was going through that by myself before I ever told anyone, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely feel what you're saying whenever you say it's hard to go and talk to someone random. Because my mom wanted me to go tell my doctor. And my doctor, I'm real comfortable with her. She's a nice lady, you know what I'm saying? She's definitely someone I could maybe see myself talking to. But it was just at the time, that's not what I was ready for. Like, I just didn't feel like she would get it, definitely where I'm coming from. Like, because I feel like a lot of my depression comes from my background and where I was at in life at the time and just where I was at mentally. And so I just feel like she wouldn't get that. So it took talking to you and my mom for a couple months, and then my mom finally gave me to go talk to her to finally open up to someone outside of someone who I see every day and someone I'm comfortable with.
Yeah.
100%.
And like my doctor, he was a male, so like, but see, I didn't have that issue with him. I talked to him because like, you know, I took the pills and stuff. They gave me the medications, and like first I started with the Vyvanse. The Vyvanse is the first one. Like I knew like the pills, like this can't be like what they giving people. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like.
So how did that? Can I ask? How did that Vyvanse like affect you? Like, did it affect your personality? Like
Yeah.
Like, why are you saying it wasn't good for you?
Okay. When I would take Vyvanse, it was like, it would help me stay focused in school and not be like all over the place, you know, in my head and stuff like that. I got my work done. That's where it helped. Like, I stayed focused, but like my character and like my personality, like I was kind of already like a hothead, like angry kid, but I also had like that goofy side, always smiling. So like when I took the Vyvanse, it took that completely away. So like I was just always like angry and like I didn't care and I had no emotion. Like I didn't care. And like I would go home and like I couldn't eat and like I would be a complete asshole to like the people around me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like it'd be crazy because like I would be an asshole, and then when I go in my room, I'd be like, bro, like what the fuck did I just do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like why am I tripping? And like I would sit there and just be like, I gotta relax and all this shit. And I just realized like it was the Vyvanse, like it was like, and they kept saying like, okay, maybe the milligram too high and all this and that. And like eventually I tried other things and I was like, this isn't it for me, because my depression only got worse and I got to being suicidal. So clearly the pills weren't it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I definitely feel that, bro. Because like I said, my doctor prescribed me medication too. She prescribed me for Zoloft, and at first I felt like it was doing
that.
All right, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, for the first few weeks to maybe a month, it didn't really have an effect on me. Like, I wasn't feeling it. But, like, I slowly started to feel it to work after a while, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, when it actually was in my system and started to kick in for real, because I wasn't on a very high dosage, because it's my first medication that I was going to put on for my depression.
So it took a little bit?
It took a little bit.
Yeah.
So when it finally kicked in, I probably felt better for 2 or 3 days, but I had a seizure. Diagnosed with serotonin syndrome. I guess my serotonin levels got too high, and I had a seizure.
I remember that.
And so my doctor, she tried to ask if I wanted to be prescribed Xanax. And Xanax wasn't something that I'm comfortable with taking, because just in my personal experience, I know a lot of people who've gotten hooked on Xanax. And Xanax has ruined their life. So for me, it just wasn't something I was comfortable getting into. And so I wasn't able to take a medication. And to me, the medication isn't the answer. It doesn't really help you. And that's just been my personal experience.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, I'm going to take this pill today so I don't feel like this today.
Exactly.
But as soon as you don't take that
Right
pill,
now,
nigga, that shit gonna hit.
That's right. It's like the same thing. The reason why people do drugs, because they don't want to feel the way they do right now in this moment. But guess what? As soon as that wears off, they're gonna go back to feeling the way they do. So like for me, I really had to find something to live for, something that really gives me joy and makes me happy every day. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, my son was a big reason for that, a big purpose for that. The people around me, my family, my dad, mom, brothers, sisters, all my friends. I was playing college football, so like I was just doing a lot of good things, and I really had to look at the little things and just take my wins as they come. And that's kind of when I caught myself climbing out of depression, and I'm doing a lot better now than I was back then, and I can truly say that and mean that, and not just be saying that. You know what I'm saying?
Beautiful. That's beautiful. I can definitely talk about the 2 times I felt at my lowest, and those were probably the 2 times I felt like I was really dealing with depression. The first time was when I dropped out of college, and I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell a soul. I felt like I let everybody down. And the whole reason why I went to college was to be a role model for my sister. I wanted to play ball. I wanted to be a role model for everybody. You know, not everybody gets to go to the next level.
Facts.
You was grateful.
I was grateful.
Stick with it.
Exactly. I was trying to stick with it. I even did so much better academically in college because I was taking it so much seriously. I wanted my sister, and she loved the fact that I was going to college. She kept saying, "I'm gonna go to the same college as you. I want to be like you, Bubba. I want to play football."
She look up to you.
She does. And man, when I came home and felt like I had nowhere else to go, like I wouldn't be anybody, it put me down, and it almost broke me. I won't even lie, it almost broke me. And the thing with me, y'all know me, every time you see me, I got this smile on my face. I'm the first person to want to help you figure out what's going on with you. The first person, if you need help moving, I'm the first one there.
Most genuine guy I know.
And you'd have to really catch me in the moment to even realize I'm really going through something.
Facts.
Cause I had to come to your house to know you was...
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I seen you was living in the living room.
Bro, I was sleeping on my couch for 3 months. It was so down bad. I didn't enjoy sleeping in my bedroom. I felt like I didn't deserve to sleep in my bed. So I slept on my couch. And that was a big dent in my couch. Big man like me sleep on my couch for 3 months. It's going to be a dent. And
no more cushion.
No more cushion, bro. But that was the first time, man, and I got out of that by the people I was surrounding myself with. I had the opportunity to get a beautiful job, making great money, probably the best job a 20-year-old could have at the time. I was able to get on my feet, got my own apartment, just paying for my own things. You know, when I was in college, I don't like asking for help. And, asking my mom for money, man, I watched my mom live check to check, take care of me, and still buy all the football gear, all the PlayStations, all the clothes, and she made it all happen. And I knew she was living check to check. And there's times that I walk in the house and I see her crying, and I'd be like, man,
you hitting home, boy.
This is not what I want. I want more for you. I want more for us. And This was before Skylar was in the picture. When Skylar got into the picture, I want to say we were in 7th, 8th grade playing football at Cheyenne. Boy, the energy was there. I started lighting people up. Even the coach was like, boy, that baby put some fire in your blood, didn't it?
Big eggs.
And, man, it did.
Purpose, boy. It gave you a reason.
It gave me a reason, man. And just coming home, being around you guys, being around some of the people I grew up with, I felt home again. And I give kudos, you know, and I give kudos to my dogs who were with me at college. Because there's times they walked in my room. Because before I came home, I was dealing with how am I going forward my next year.
Man,
you know, is it even
today?
You know,
right now.
Is it even worth it? I don't want to be thousands of dollars in debt when I finish school. You know, making money that's not actually my money. And my teammates, my roommates, man, they did a lot to help me. They told me everything would be okay, X. It's not as bad as you make everything seem. Like I told you, I'm a natural warrior. I put more weight on top of my shoulders. Heavier than the world. I put the sun, the moon, and earth on my shoulders. Just because I want to be loved, you know. I want to be known as the genuine guy, you know. And that's who I am. I've been calling it a blessing and a curse. Because I feel like good people get stepped on.
Having a big heart is a blessing and a curse.
Exactly.
But like, at the same time, I don't even take it as like a curse because like everybody get it bad.
Exactly.
Like, even a
100%.
bad person get it bad. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So it's just like,
100%.
It's just better to like.
Let me think of that juice well.
It's just better to give love, like to just be like nice to somebody and shit, like to be cool with somebody and shit, like.
Why be
shit,
angry?
Like hating your heart, like that shit is just
overrated. It's not cool.
Nah, bro.
I'll try to help
Love
everybody.
Is the root of all good, bro. So like,
love conquer all.
that means hate is the root of all evil. You know what I'm saying? Hate comes from the devil. You know what I'm saying? So like, you want to get all that hate out your heart. If you got any animosity towards anyone for any reason, bro, you want to get that out your heart, bro. And you can let them go, let it go, whatever the situation is, but you can't walk around with all that hate in your heart.
You can't.
Because when you walk around with that in your heart, bro, that can contribute to your depression. Me walking around being mad at people played a big role in my depression, bro, and I definitely seen that later on in the fact. But like X said, bro, like when I left college, bro, like I said, I had scholarships. I decided not to go, and that ended up sending me into a depression too, bro.
Definitely.
And I think a big part of that is we see the potential in ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We see how good we can be. We see what we can bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? We watched our parents work their asses off our whole life. You know what I'm saying? So like for us, in our mind coming up, it was up for us to change the generational curse. It was up to us to get out of that check-to-check living, you know what I'm saying? So we see that potential in us, and that's why we're so hard on ourselves, you know what I'm saying?
Damn
some of that
hard,
gives
man.
us anxiety, and some of that contributes to our depression. But we gotta realize, bro, we're still young. We still got a lot of time,
so
bro.
much
like,
time,
That's what I
we're
was saying.
taking steps, bro, in the right direction every single day, bro. Every day we're getting closer and closer to where we want to be in life, bro.
And that's y'all too. Y'all are taking steps, getting closer and closer every day. Keep pushing.
Just keep going, bro.
Keep pushing.
I graduated in 2017. We just started 2022. What's that, 5 years? Man, it's only supposed to take 4 years to get a degree, bro, and I'm still going. I got a year left. We're looking at about 6 years, so degrees don't have dates. It don't matter when you get it done as long as you get it done, bro. You just gotta grind, bro. Keep your head down and grind, bro. Like
2017.
Yes, sir.
A lot of people's depression comes to getting hard on themselves, bro. So I just want everybody to know, bro. Just keep your spirits up, man. Just keep yourself around some positive people who gonna keep you uplifted.
That's all you can do, man. I want to speak a little bit more, man. I got a little bit more to say, man. The second time that I really felt like I was down, I had been home for a while, working my amazing job, making good money. And, man, I remember, let me take it back. I'm sorry. My dad, he's been through some things his whole life. I got to watch him start his business from the bottom to the top. And when I was working for this company, seeing my dad work his butt off, what he's become, it put that fire in my blood. But at this time, I'm like, I'm still lonely. Y'all probably think I'm the loneliest man in the world because I'm always talking about it. But look.
Stop, bro.
To somebody to somebody who feels like they're doing everything right, to somebody who feels like all they do is take care of people. You know, I'm the first one there whenever somebody needs something, talking, help with anything, a little bit of money. I take care of you because I know one day you're going to take care of me. But there was a point where I feel like, man, I'm giving out so much energy and none of it's coming back. Why do I sleep alone every night? And that's things I shouldn't be fucking worried about.
But that comes from you feeling alone, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I've had that feeling too, just like you, bro. And it's just, you may not even be alone, you know what I'm saying?
I haven't been. And like you said yesterday, I'm not out here begging for niggas to fuck with me. I'm human. Feminine touches.
Something needed, kind of. As a man.
As
I'm
a
already
man.
knowing, bro. You can say it.
And, man.
That's what we here for, bro. To keep it 100, raw and real. That's why we all here.
And there's times where I just want to be like, fuck everybody. I'm tired of being nice. Y'all don't reciprocate anything.
You expecting it, X. Not everybody gonna be like you. So it's like you said, I'm giving because I know one day y'all gonna get me. Y'all got me one day when I'm gonna need it. That's not gonna be the case with everybody. They might tell you that. They may tell you that, bro. And as soon as you turn around, nigga, it's fuck you. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like, and then they'll see that, okay, Xavier is gonna come through. Like, he love helping, and they'll keep coming back because you got a big heart. And people with a big heart sometimes don't know how to say no. And sometimes I pray to God to just remove something from my life because my heart is too big for me to pull away or something
100%.
like that in some situations.
I hate letting people down. I hate it. And when I let somebody down, it's not even really me letting them down. It's just me actually saying no, and I feel bad I actually said no, and that shouldn't be the case at all. No is enough. No is a full sentence.
No, period.
You heard him.
Man, my blood's boiling.
You good, bro. I can tell you turned up, bro. I love it, bro. You just keeping it 100, bro, and that's what we all here to do, bro. We want to create a vulnerable environment where we can all sit here together, bro, and really talk about what's going on in real life, bro. A lot of people these days spend a lot of time on social media, keeping their head distracted of what's going on, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people aren't really where their feet's at.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? So we're here and we're sitting here where our feet's at, you know what I'm saying? We're really getting out what we need to get out, you know what I'm saying? This weekly conversation between us is needed.
Exactly.
And while you're here, and your feet here, I'm here to tell you you're not alone. You know what I'm saying?
See?
And I love both y'all niggas.
My dogs,
you know
bro.
what's up. So
For real, bro.
And, man, whew, I had something I was going to say and it slipped my mind, man, because I got so much going through here I want to talk about,
It's just
man.
because this topic hits home, bro. It's just something that we all can relate to, bro. Like, we've all been through it, and we've all been through it so deep, bro. It's a lot that we can bring to the surface, bro. Like, bro, when you was talking, bro, you had chills coming up and down my spine, bro. 'Cause I just felt everything you was saying, bro. Like, I grew up watching my dad work hard, too, bro. Like, my dad's from a bad environment, bro. Like, the stuff he's seen is stuff kids shouldn't have seen, you know what I'm saying? And so, for him to really change his life around for us,
man,
you know what I'm saying? Like, drop everything he was doing to change his life for us. Like, man, that means more than anything, you know what I'm saying? So, like, what kind of father would I be if I didn't change everything that I was doing in the moment for my son?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like,
you had a good example in your life, too.
Exactly. He was a good role model for me. And on top of that, my mom did everything she could. I had a loving stepmom who was always in the picture. And so, like, I always had a good support system. I always had a family who loved me, you know what I'm saying? We may have struggled at times, but, like, we've always been a family, you know what I'm saying? And so, like, that kept me together.
Exactly.
That kept me together for real.
And the way I got
inspiration.
And the way I got out of my little depression, man, was who I surrounded myself with. I cut off a lot of people. I had to cut off a few people that I thought I loved. You know?
But it took you being depressed to realize that they wasn't as solid as you thought they were.
Exactly. Now my circle is tight. Everybody in my circle I love and they love me. I don't gotta ask them to do anything for me. They don't gotta ask me to do anything for them. They need something, I'm there. You know, without a doubt. And I just want to say, man, I don't open up. I didn't open up. And a lot of people saw me open up for the first time on that first episode you saw last week.
Crazy.
So I had a few people call me. My grandma called me, my queen, and she said I brought tears to her eyes because she had no clue I felt like that. And there's been times where I wanted to tell her, but I don't like people worried about me. I don't. I'm solid. I'm pushing every day.
I'm the same way, bro.
I want you to check in on me, but I don't want you checking on me constantly. If that makes sense. Please check up on me. You never know the day, but don't overdo it. But if you feel like somebody needs that, do it. Check on them. Make sure they're straight.
But you remember, fam.
They might not know that.
I'm sorry.
That's too much. You know what I'm saying? So like, you may just gotta communicate.
Set boundaries.
Because somebody can see how you feeling on this podcast. Like your grandma, she never knew. So what if somebody else, like they never knew? So now, and they really care about you. So now, in their mind, they're like, oh yeah, every day I gotta check on Xavier. Like,
And I apologize.
who knows,
Yeah,
you know what
most
I'm saying?
definitely. I apologize.
And you
That's
remember,
not.
bro, like you was just saying, you solid, you good, you big dog. You know what we talked about last episode, bro? That's kind of our generation.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's good, straight, they don't need nobody, they don't need no help, and that's where all that mental health builds out, bro. Sometimes as a man, bro, you gotta decompress.
100%.
Whether it's to your friend, your mama, your daddy, whether it's to somebody, bro. Maybe you need to go to the gym, let out some steam, but at some point you gotta decompress. You solid until you not, bro. Pressure busts pipes and pressure makes diamonds, you know what I'm saying? So it can go one way or another, you know what I'm saying? So you just kind of gotta be wise with how you carrying yourself in that situation. Sometimes you may need to let that out, you know what I'm saying?
100%. And I do, man. I do. Boxing is my outlet, man.
Yeah, bro, I
That's
feel
when-
that, bro. And it's always good to have a hobby and activity like that to get your brains off things, bro.
You
And,
found that through depression too.
I did. That was when I came home from school,
There's
man.
upsides to it. Like it sucked to go through depression, but like that might be what it take for you to get to where you need to be.
You damn near start finding your true self.
You to get to your lowest of the lows.
You start taking the right steps to finding who you are, who you want to be, what makes you happy.
that's facts, bro.
You
'cause,
get
like,
left with no choice.
Me, bro, personally, like, I'm gonna be honest, bro, I needed depression, bro, because, like, it made me see a lot, open my eyes and realize a lot, bro. Like, I'm blessed, bro. I'm in a good position, bro. Like, when I went to NEO Junior College, like, our football facilities were wonderful. Our weight room was nice, our field was nice, but our living conditions were horrendous, bro. There was days we had brown water, bro. We had roaches in the dorms, bro. Like, we had mold in the dorms. Like, our shit was damn near unlivable, you know what I'm saying? Like, our living conditions were terrible. And, it's 100 other men just like me, bro, chasing their dream, going to school. It's a bunch of guys with kids, you know what I'm saying? So, like, in junior college, bro, I made some of the best friends, some of the best bonds, bro, that I can carry for the rest of my life just because, like, we were all down, like, in a position, all kind of in a similar position, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was a lot of guys there battling depression. There was a lot of guys there doing what they had to do for their families and trying to get to the next level and chase their dreams and goals. So, like, being in an environment like that to where I was around a lot of people who related to me helped me a lot, bro. Like, seeing that there was other dudes my age that was going through what I was going through, like, that really helped me, bro, because, like, it's not too many 18-year-olds with a kid out here in college playing football, son's 2-3 hours away, you know, so there was a lot on my plate at the time. And just to see other people in the same situation as me, you know what I'm saying, doing it and getting it done and succeed, like, it gave me hope. It helped me fight that depression, like, it gave me hope. So, like, even though that the living situations was bad, you know what I'm saying, and where I was living, it kind of contributed to my depression. Like, it was a real hard 2 years. But, like, the friendships I made, bro, like, I wouldn't trade them for anything. Like, I would go through it again if it meant that I wouldn't know the people that I know now from that
100%.
experience.
Wow.
And some of those
Wow.
people, like, you probably, like, how am I trying to word it? Like,
You got it. It's right there.
like, those people, like, them to be in the same situation and them doing it, like, you to come in and they were already there doing it and they got kids, you know, same situation, like, not only, like, give you hope, but, like, you hanging with these people, you know what I'm saying? So even though, like, your living conditions, like, that, it might hit you at times, but then there's other times where, like, being with those people, like, it's almost like a distraction, you know?
You didn't
Like,
even
kinda
notice.
get
You didn't even
out of
notice
the
that
game.
cockroach in the
So it's
corner.
like, now I'm in here, like, I'm hanging with them, we playing the game, you know what I'm saying? Like, serotonin, like you just forget about everything else. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's like it was a good moment for you. I'm already knowing.
That's facts,
and it
bro.
built a lot of character for you and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, bro.
Came
like
out different.
it was something I really needed, bro. Because like playing junior college football, you know what I'm saying? It's still college football. At the end of the
Ruthless.
day. We
It's
gotta
still
wake
ruthless.
up 5 a.m, weights. We got class. We got breakfast check. We got this check.
Mhm.
And you know, there's a lot of discipline involved. So like,
Should prepare you for life.
exactly, football, bro, builds in a lot, bro. Football. The reason I played football, bro, is because what it did for me outside of the game, bro. Football taught me consistency. It taught me discipline. It taught me to be able to get up every morning and go chase a common goal. It taught me how to work as a team. Like, there's so many traits that football's taught me that I'll carry around for the rest of my life, and that's helped me in the real world.
Yeah.
And so, like, going through that depression and me going to that junior college, bro, was just so big for me, bro. Like, when I look back on the depression, I'm grateful for it. Because when I look back on the experience, the lessons that I got going through that depression, like, they're lessons that I'll carry with for the rest of my life. So, like, in that moment, I'll know how to handle myself.
Beautiful.
You know what I'm saying?
Life lessons, live and learn.
Yeah, bro, that
Live and
Juco
learn.
experience was crazy, bro. Like, it was just amazing being able to go out there, bro, and there was other people going through what I was going through, bro. And just being able to beat the
It's like
odds.
kind of mind blowing too. Like,
Yes,
okay,
bro.
like I'm not the only nigga out here like really feeling like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and the more people that, like, it sucks that like I'm not trying to say like, oh, the more people the better, but like people that can understand. It could be somebody that not be in your situation and can understand because they've been there before or something. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? In a different situation, but like just to be around people that can all like understand and relate in a way, like it's just like type
Yeah,
shit.
like
you know what I'm
relief.
saying, boy? I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah,
Bro,
what?
it's just crazy because,
Wow.
like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. So the stories on NEO, bro, they call it the midnight train. Like, everybody's known for leaving at midnight in the middle of the night because it's just so hard and gruesome. The living conditions are so bad.
What?
And so, like, when I first got there, bro, I got dropped off. I
10
didn't have
o'clock
a
train. I'm gone.
Yeah, bro, look, it's crazy. Bro. So, like, whenever I went, bro, I didn't have a car, so I got dropped off. So I was just there, and so like, for me, like when I got there, like I told y'all, I graduated in 2017. So when I got to NEO, it's a junior college, it's a 2-year college. It's the top of 2019. So most of the people, it's an in-state college. So most of the people that I would know or that are around my age, they're on their way out. So I don't really know anyone at this junior college that I'm going to in the middle of nowhere in Miami, Oklahoma, and I have a son at home, you know what I'm saying? So like there's a lot on my plate. And so I'm just dropped off out there. So I couldn't come home for, it was probably 3 or 4 months until I finally found someone who lives in the same area and that could bring me home. And so like all that time away from my son, bro, that's what really hit home for my depression, I feel like, and what was making me feel real down at that Juco. And then when I came across my friend, his name is Dylan Dollar, he used to bring me home, man, every week. And just having people like that who was willing to go out of their way to bring me home so I could see my son, bro, it's just like,
Man,
you meet so many genuine people out there, bro,
that you
who
didn't
wanna
think
see you win.
still existed.
Yeah.
Exactly, and it's people who you wouldn't, like, we come from 2 totally different backgrounds, you know what I'm saying? I went to school in Edmond, in the city. I went to big schools, you know what I'm saying? He is from Guthrie, Oklahoma, more of a country town, you know what I'm saying? And so,
100%.
like, we come from different backgrounds. So you look at us, you would never think we're friends, you know what I'm saying? He's
Man.
6'6", 300 pounds, you know what I'm saying? I'm a short dude, but
Big dog.
like, he's one of the most genuine people I've ever met.
Beautiful.
So just to be able to meet friends like that who realized what I was going through, because like he didn't have a child, that didn't apply to him. He didn't have to come home every weekend, but for him to go out of his way and bring me home every week so I could see my son was
Yeah,
big
understand
for me.
that.
Exactly, was big for me.
People like that, they play a big part in your life. Like,
Exactly.
Those are people you'll never forget, man. Never.
Exactly.
And
Swear.
I just want to say, hey, I'll apologize if we feel like we jumped off topic. That's just us chopping it up.
We still on?
Yeah, well, I just, you know, but
Like,
check on your
I-
people. Check on your people.
Always.
Even if they look happy, check on them. It's the happiest people that you got to worry about sometimes.
And even if you check on somebody and they may seem like you like their response, you may be like, dang, like they might not have wanted that or something. Like they might be going through something like just really tough. So like they just no matter what, like always check up on them. Like whether they reply or not, check up on them because they're not gonna forget. They can't say you never checked up on them.
And that's facts, bro. I got one more story for y'all, bro, before we kind of tie this podcast up, bro. It was a hard year for me, bro. I graduated from junior college, went on to my university, bro, and I got to the university. I was kind of struggling with getting adjusted. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really like an experience, and so I had a hard year on top of that, dealing with death in the family. I had a few grandparents passed away, people who were real close to me and real close to my family and close to my heart. And so depression's been big for me this year. And so to see that we're in the top of 2022 and I'm still standing here, still fighting, I'm in good spirits. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna start school here in 6 days away. We back in college, 42 hours up.
Big dog, bro. Big dog, bro.
And just to see that I have good things going in my life, even though not all that bad stuff has happened this year, you know, it gives me hope that there's always light at the end of the tunnel. There's always some good coming back. For every bad thing that hits you, there's going to be 2 good things that comes to you. So, man, everybody keep your head up, man. Keep chasing your dreams and goals, man. And make sure you fight for what you believe in. If you're depressed, man, nobody hesitate to reach out to any of us. We'd be more than happy to chop it up with you guys, man. We love everybody, man, who watches this and taps into this podcast.
Come on.
We support y'all just like y'all support us. So if you're ever going through anything, man, don't ever hesitate to anybody on this podcast, though.
Stay up. Be great.
Be great.
We love y'all. DK her. Hey, man, make sure y'all go check out my reaction channel, man. Y'all know I got the link tied to the channel, so make sure y'all tap in with me, man. Hey, Heavily Set merch out now, man. Y'all see it on my guys.
Okay.
Y'all better go cop my dude's merch, man.
Come on,
He's
stop
doing big
playing.
things, bro. This is a big year for all of us.
Big
Like,
messages
y'all,
behind
we're chasing
this.
goals, fighting depression. Y'all see the message behind us. Stop saying tomorrow. Make an action today. We love y'all. Bye-bye.
Good night.